What's up, YouTube? It's Chris back at it with another video. Today I'm going to show you guys whether or not you should clay your car and if your car needs to be clayed. Today we'll be using this Mother's Clay Kit. It comes with 2 bars of 100 grams of clay, a microfiber cloth, and some instant detailer to use as your lube when you're claying. Remember guys, you don't want to clay on dry paint as you will mar the paint and you will scratch the paint. For this demonstration, I'm gonna wipe everything down first just to show you all the contaminants that are on the paint right now. And from what I've noticed, the rocker panels and the back of the car are the places where I find the most contaminants. So let's wipe this down. This is just the instant detailer. I'm just doing this so I could show you guys that this is a clean part of the car. And the cool thing about this instant detailer is it smells like cinnamon, like a cinnamon minty smell. For this part, I'm just going to switch to the iPhone. The Sony can't pick up all of these contaminants very well. I guess it's the wide lens that I have. But let me go to the iPhone so you can see what I'm talking about. So as you can see, we just wiped it down and we have contaminants like right here. That orange, that's, first I thought it was part of the license plate, but that's actually iron particles. Iron particles that come from the air, come from the road, come from wherever. They stick to the car. So on this white paint, you can see that there's a lot of iron contaminants. And let's go ahead and wipe this down one more time so you can see how it doesn't come off. So if it was any other dirt, this instant detailer would be able to pick it right up. But you see, we just wiped it down and it didn't. So that's why we need to clay this section of the car. So this is the clay that we'll be using. What I like to do is I always like to use a fresh pack. And for this section of the car, we'll just use a small piece. Usually you could break this up into thirds and use it. Like you can see, it's very sticky, so you could just break one piece apart and then just pack everything back. This is almost like the Play-Doh that you guys are used to playing with in school. What I like to do is just spray a little instant detailer and then get this little soft, and then with the heat from your hand it gets very soft, very pliable. You want to make sure that this is very worked in. What happens is when you scrub or when you clay the car, you get all your contaminants on this side. You want to fold it, press everything in, and then fold it again, and then just knead it just so the contaminants are back inside. So we're gonna go ahead and clay this section of the car. And don't be afraid to use a lot of this. This is the stuff that you want to use. You want to use it generously, and you want to use this as your lubrication on the paint. So you can spray it down and then just rub it, and then you'll feel it'll stick in certain areas, and then you'll feel it pick up the particles. And you want to make sure that your area is very smooth as possible. So if you need more lube, you could add more lube, and you want to work in a similar direction. You don't want to go around and around, because then you might end up with swirls, just in case if you didn't have enough lube on your clay. So it's just like you're working on an eraser. You know, you're drawing, you made a couple of mistakes, and you're just erasing your mistakes off this paint. And then again, you just knead it a little bit, work it back, put some more detailer detailer on the clay. And remember, if you ever drop the clay on the floor, always use a new piece. You don't want any contaminants from the floor, from the cement picking up. All you're going to do is just damage your paint. So you can see how it sticks in certain areas. That's where it's picking up the iron deposits, the other harmful deposits from the road that are on the paint. And you'll notice when you're rubbing the clay against the paint, some places it'll stick, so that's where you work it a little more. Some places it'll be free. That's where you know you have a nice clean area without any contaminants. So let's go ahead and wipe this down and see how it came out. Now let's switch back to the iPhone and let's see how it came out. So you can see there's not that many contaminants here. And then we could switch to the part that we clayed to the part where we haven't clayed over here. All of these particles, this particle right here, that particle right here, these are all contaminants that are in your paint. There's another way of checking if you need to clay or not. You could always rub your fingers softly. You don't want to use your nails. You just want to use a very soft touch. You could use the front, you could use the back, and you could feel the particles. Like over here, this is an area where it hasn't been clayed, and you could just feel all of the particles that are here. There's some dirt that's coming off. But even if you rub the microfiber, you could feel, you could hear it. So I'm going to switch back to the iPhone and then we could see. So over here is where we clayed, and then over here is a section where we didn't. And these are all the little particles. All of the particles that get picked up by the clay bar. I'm going to see if I could get this on video. I'm going to clay this part and I'll have my helper hold the phone. I'm just doing it from this angle because I want to see to capture all of the contaminants, all of the iron right here. So let's go ahead and spray it down. And remember, you could be generous, put this on your clay as well. You got the camera over here? Yeah. Now let's see if you could get all these contaminants. If you could just see. And if it sticks a little bit, you could turn it around. You could add some more lube. And you can see all of this stuff just coming right up, right into the clay. And then just knead it again. You'll see it gets dirty.
Oh, sorry.
See, that's what I'm talking about. So we'll add some more lube to this section. And then you can see all the contaminants just lifting right up off the paint. So as you can see, this is a section where we clayed, and then I got this part on the iPhone I'll show you, and then this is the before. I don't know if this camera could pick up all the contaminants, but everything orange that you see, all the orange specks, that's all iron. And as you know, iron oxidizes when it reacts with water and air. So that's why all of these particles are turning a little orange color, like rust. So now you guys know if your car needs to be clayed or not. Hopefully the close-ups show all the contaminants. On a white car, you're able to see a lot of the iron that's there. It is the rust-colored stuff that you can see. And if you do use the Instant Detailer and the clay, you want to put another coat of wax on your car. This stuff will strip the wax off to get the contaminants off. You want to seal the paint. You want to have everything ready for a nice, wet, glossy look. If you guys like this video, please hit that like button. And be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for future videos. Thank you for watching.